Welcome back to the second half of this evening's game. The score 36-50 in favor of the Monarchs from Macomb Community College. And right before halftime, as there was a little altercation that caused a technical foul. The officials are actually still discussing what happened, and now they awarded a shot to Macomb, which they made. They awarded 2 shots, pardon me, to Macomb, and which makes the score 50-36, and the second half is underway. And your thoughts about the first half?
Yeah, too many second chance points given up by Henry Ford. Weren't aggressive, as I said, and they allowed Macomb to establish themselves in the painted area, in the lane, and you can't do that. I mean, you have to find a way to stop penetration. You got to do all those things, because if not, Macomb's going to do exactly what they did and midway through the second half all the way to the end, which is get to the basket and score easy high percentage shots.
Trying to attack the basket, which was successful for Henry Ford late in that second half, in that first half, pardon me. That was a lost ball. Williams and Parker Day.
Yeah, Carter telegraphed that pass, and I know you're looking for Willis, but you got to, take care of the basketball. Turnovers are critical. First half.
Williams in the open floor, kicks it back out to Parker Day. Williams, short jumper, no good, gets his own rebound, goes right back up strong with it.
And Henry Ford committed 7 turnovers to 3, Jeff, in the first half. They've got to take care of this thing. I'll say it repeatedly until they do it.
And a good foul. Looked like Johnson might have got that one.
I was surprised that Henry Ford out-rebounded Macomb in the first half, 18-16. But it's got to result into some points there. It's got to turn into something on the scoreboard.
Nice spin move. Josh Hines.
You're down 16. At some point, you got to stop trading baskets and get some stops.
Quick jumper that time by Bonds. Gets on the board in the second half here. Nice no-look inside pass. Count the bucket.
No one is defending the rim for the Hawks.
That was Nowicki with the last shot. And Johnson, back the other way, nails the 3.
I'm positive that Coach Shepard is going to tell us guys, somebody's got to get the rebound. Somebody's got to box out. Someone's got to be willing to sacrifice the offense to play some defense.
There's your score right there, 43-56. Early in the second half of play. And I can overhear Coach in the huddle. And that's exactly what he's telling these kids.
Yeah, I just think from midway the first half, when it was, 21-20 to now, I mean, it's been Macomb. I mean, and this is tough for Henry Ford. Maybe some of the fans are even that see this, because Henry Ford dominates games at home. I mean, we do these home games, and we're not used to they're down double digits. Whether it be early in the second half or certainly not late in a half. I remember Niagara came in here and did well against them, but they're not used to being down and not out, but just down. It's facing a huge deficit. And 13 points is a lot for them.
You're right. They have a big home court advantage.
And so now if you're Macomb, you run your plays, keep playing the way that you're playing. Hey, you can go late in the shot clock as long as you're getting some good shots.
Cone brings back the big fella. Big 6'10", McKenzie back into the ball game. Looking for a pick. 8 seconds on the shot clock. They go inside to McKenzie. McKenzie bottled up there. Got a shot off, got a decent shot off. But Henry Ford loses the possession in the turnover.
There's travel there. But this big lineup that Macomb has inserted now, I mean, this is the one that turned the tide in the first half. So, the big fella McKenzie is not hit. He's not hitting his layups, but he's a presence. Day is a presence. He's been active. He's doubling off the top and hedging screens. And then he comes down and hits the three. I mean, it's just
Parker Day. Looking inside, and the dunk is good by Carter.
They need more of that. They need more of that. They need a lot more of that.
Day, jump hook, no good, off the mark. Johnson with the rebound, Willis in the open floor. Willis, good find underneath, turnaround jumper. Maybe a little too soon in the shot clock. Bonds with the rebound, looking for some help.
Carter wanted to rock, man. He was right there.
He sure did.
Carter should have been rewarded for running the floor. There, you just got to get into basketball, and it's an easy layup.
Yeah.
Rosenbar's got to be the guy for Henry Ford to bring the energy.
And you're absolutely right. When you're big, so when guys are hustling, you got to reward them. Inside to the big fella. And that's the first option for Macomb right there. Big fella had position, McKenzie had position, and they went right into him. Full timeout.
Yeah, I mean, not much has changed here early in the second half. Henry Ford's got to put his foot down and play some defense. If they do that, the tide will change or turn. But until then, hey, Macomb's going to go up and down the floor. This is what they like to do. And they have the lead, so now they'll, go deep in the shot clock, work to get good high percentage shots, and, shorten the game.
And you have to make some stops, too, on the other end, on the defensive end.
That's what I just said.
Yes. And that's just so important in a game like this, a rivalry game.
I mean, it's got to start on the defensive end, period. End of story. Chauncey Willis has got to have the ball. He knows what to do with it. And if you see somebody running up and down this floor, you got to give them the rock. These big fellas, man, they need it. And chances are, they hit that square on that backboard, you're going to score.
Willis to the basket. Nice strong move by Willis.
Yeah, Willis in the first half had 11 to lead Henry Ford in all scores. Tobias Williams had 11 for Macomb. So
47-59 is your score. Day with the fake. Good strong move inside. And the foul on the big fella. It's going for the loose ball. So Willis draws a foul on one end, a bucket on the other end. It's called getting active.
Who's this assistant coach from Macomb, man? Just sit down. These guys, it's a bunch of them. The officials got to tell them, just sit down. I'm not talking to you. He waved them off. And every time there's a call, one of those guys pops up, like a dandelion on somebody's lawn in July. Just sit down.
Willis, left hand. Looking for the goaltend, no call. Kicks it back out, three-point shot is good. Nowicki for three.
Oh! Hello!
Yes, sir.
Carter.
(49-62). Henry Ford down right now.
They're gonna call a hook, and Carter's guilty. Shannon's guilty of. Hey, Lions got away with one on Sunday at the end of the game. Carter, you can't do that here. They're gonna see you, and it's not a big time NFL playoff game. You hooked him. I hope the folks get the analogy, but bottom line is Carter had a whole waist full.
And strong move to the basket, another foul. Wiki went to the line, went to the basket, pardon me, hard, and draws the foul. And now we'll be going to the line and shooting two. 62-49 your score. The Monarchs from Macomb College with the lead. He just calmly goes to the line. That one in and out. Three-point shot.
Demarion Bonds did not have his feet set, nor did he have a good handle of the basketball. And when he shot that three, you could see it. That's one of the advantages of being up here. You can see it all. He's got to set his feet. Three-point shooting for Henry Ford.
Boom. Carter again with the roll to the basket and the dunk.
Man, I'm talking about three-point shooting, and Carter's dunking on people. That's a bailout. Should not commit that foul. You had him stop.
Johnson had good position on McKenzie. The official said he got him on the arm there and pulled his arm down. And that's something that I think the Monarchs is going to continue to do, is feed the ball inside to the big man, McKenzie. They're not going to do it now because he's not in the game.
They've cut it to 12. They need to stop.
Johnson, jump ball. Good defensive play by Johnson right there. But the Monarchs will retain possession.
He traveled. I mean, they could call that every time he touches it in that paint. They shuffle those feet big time, and that's what I've seen tonight.
(63-15) in favor of the Monarchs. Good no-look pass over to Johnson. Johnson looking baseline. Decides to turn around jumper. Free throw extension, no good.
And that's Carter over the back, man. It's just they don't have rhythm. Henry Ford does not have the synchronicity that they need. They're not in sync. They're not in rhythm, and it's just they're going. You know, I won't say going through the motions, but they just looks like something's missing.
Willis is called for the foul. Sterling Scott checks in. Bonds checks out. Long jumper, tried to go off the glass. Willis thought about it from long range, but changed his mind. Malachi Black with the rebound. In the open floor, they want to run. Good job by Scott with the bank shot.
And now they cut it to 10, and the tempo is it's been sloppy. It's still up tempo, but it's quite sloppy. Not a lot of finishing.
Good steal by Willis. Willis over to Scott.
Chauncey Willis, man. That's all Chauncey Willis. Nice steal. He knew who to pass it to. Those two guys play together. Hey, they cut it down to 8, and Henry Ford's a little excited because they're trying to show that they're showing some spark. They're showing some energy. This is what they need to do, man. They can't sit back. Macomb will run you right out of here. So hopefully Henry Ford has just survived this wave, and they're ready to put it in another gear. We're so spoiled. We're used to them doing that, Jeff. Mm-hmm. Hey, Henry Ford, the Hawks put it in another gear, and they take over. I don't know if this team can do this, but maybe we'll see later on tonight.
63-55 your score. 11:38 remaining here in the second half. And Henry Ford trying to make their run right now. Coach Burns for Macomb in his first year. I'd like to mention that again.
Coach Nazim is, of course, an assistant coach up at Central Michigan University. Hassan Nazim is going to be joined by Demarion Bonds, a Henry Ford kid who committed in the early period. And, of course, Chauncey Willis going over to Western Michigan University, and there's more to come. And that's what it's about when you get to this level.
Second opportunity.
Well, in some cases, it's about just, hey, matriculating to the next level.
Nate Brown will go to the line for Macomb, shooting 2. Makes them both. First 2 points in the second half for Brown, coming from the free throw line. Willis looking for some space. That was in and out. Brown comes down with the rebound. Cone kind of taking their time. That looked like an offensive foul. What do you call that? Pulling the chair from underneath the offensive player. Bonds checks in for Willis. Give Willis a breather.
Yeah, Willis deserves that, but hey, make it short. Make it short. You got to get him back on the floor. It's a different team without him.
10-point game, 65-55 your score. Favor of Macomb. Johnson outside. Scott. Bond to the basket. It's good. Nice floating jumper. Nate Brown for three. Bonds, little sidestep. Day snatches down the rebound. Thought it might be over and back, but it was touched by one of the Hawk players. Day from outside, off the mark. Malachi Black with the rebound. They want to run up the floor quickly. And that's when you really got to get it under control. You said it was going to be a short rest for Willis, and he's back in the game already.
Well, that's good news. But let's go back to this play here. Good idea, but the pass was just way off. Rosenberg is a kid that can get to the basket, slash, and score. Good to see Malachi Black here at the party here. Henry Ford has the guys that can be active. Problem is, you got to get them doing it all at the same time.
And after Malachi made that bucket, he signaled the little short sign. And the official had come over and talked to him at the free throw line. 8-point game.
And that's a good call. They got Kyle Millender with the push-off.
Willis to the basket, it's good.
You know, I remember guys just stand up and say, that's what I do. Guess what? Chauncey Willis just say, that's what I do. That's what he does. He gets to the basket. He makes it look easy, man.
Willis was the leading scorer in the first half for the Hawks. And he wants that ball. Willis pulls the three.
That was a little ill-advised, a little bit out of range. You're not logo Steph yet, but I feel you.
Day going strong to the basket. No one can defend that one.
Now, the thing for Henry Ford is now you can't try to, win it all at once.
Bonds.
That's a travel. That's a travel. Hey, come on, guys.
That was a very big step.
That was a travel.
Yes.
Capital Travelling. Travel. Or traveling. Travel. Travel. How's that? I mean, it's just can't get too excited. Play the game.
Williams has been quiet most of this second half, and now he wants to come to the party for the Monarchs.
Well, once upon a time, it was 16 points. They fought, they rallied, they got it down to 6, and now they've allowed Macomb to just kind of go back to what they were doing. This is the kid that caused the problems in the first half. Tamias Williams, 6'7", 200 pounds.
Those are his first points of the second half.
Had 11 in the first. 11 and 5.
Willis going to the basket strong. Malachi Black getting the loose ball. Back over to Willis. Willis almost lost his balance out of bounds, but the ball was stolen away. Up the floor quickly to Day. Day to Williams. Williams had it knocked away, but Rosenberg couldn't defend it.
13-point lead, and it sounds like this is a Macomb home game. It's awkward to say that here.
At the Memorial by Gymnasium. Johnson.
Not at the Memorial Gymnasium. I mean, it just, man, these Macomb fans are here. And they've got a reason to make noise. I mean,
outside shot tipped. By Rosenbar to the basket, a little jump stop move.
I don't know how he did that. I would break every bone in my body just trying to make that move. Man, that was impressive.
Put the brakes on.
Wow.
75-64 your score in favor of the Monarchs. And as we go down this stretch here, this last 6 minutes and 48 seconds.
Yeah, Jeff, Henry Ford just, there's something missing all this, I think, this entire game for them. The break is over. They played 2 games. They've been very impressive. I mean, they handled Michigan. They handled Wayne County on Saturday. Tonight it just seems like, they are just out of sync. I've seen a lot of guys try to play hero ball. One pass, one shot, not a lot of execution. You can't play like that.
Well, when they first came out at halftime, I was watching a lot of their players, and when you say out of sync, they really looked out of sync then because nobody was really, stretching or going to layup drills or anything like that. They just were laid back, and I thought it might have been too laid back, especially against a team like Macomb, a ranked team like Macomb.
If you're Macomb, you're in no rush. You have a double-digit lead, 6:30 left. Run the shot clock down, get high percentage shots, layups. That's what you're thinking about.
Yeah, you definitely want to.
And get to the free throw line.
Yeah, get to the free throw line. That's
and make
right.
them.
And make sure you, like you said, run that shot clock down. Hey, get it under 10 seconds. If you want to get into your offense then, that's a good time to do it.
First half, Maxie had 10, and he's a kid that we highlighted in the start of the game, start of the broadcast. He has been steady all night, and now I think he's got to be the guy to handle the ball just like Chauncey Williams is for our Henry Ford. He's got to possess it.
Willis looking to attack. That was blocked by Williams. Williams again, quick off his feet. 2 blocks in a row.
Tamias Williams, excuse my vernacular, ain't playing no games. He is the, he's been the proverbial eraser there. You see that? It's the energy. He's got more energy than anybody on Henry Ford's front line. He's outplaying those guys. He's outperforming them, and that has to be a concern if you're Coach Shepard and his staff for the Henry Ford College Hawks.
77-64, 6:13 remaining. And the Hawks, the number 14th ranked Hawks, have a lot of concern in their huddle.
9-4, and I was looking at this record earlier as I was preparing for the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird record for them. They usually 13 games in, they're 12-1, 11-2, maybe 10-3, but 9-4 seems kind of awkward because this team is a perennial power in NJCAA Division II, and they play one of the toughest schedules in the nation. So.
Bonds in the post, turn around, no good. Tipped out. Macomb comes away with it. Outside shot off the mark. Johnson with the rebound. Rosenberg for 3. Bonds went up strong. And the foul's going to be on the floor. And on number 11, it's going to be on Maxie. He's going to be called for the foul.
And I think I got to tell Chauncey Willis Sr., hey, we know number 2 is the best player on the floor. But on that front line, I got to say that number 12 for Macomb, man, it's Myers Williams is just, he's the problem right now. I cannot tell a lie.
You are not telling a lie. He has been very active in the rebounding category, and when they needed some offense, he's been very active there also.
And don't forget the block shots. I mean, this guy was what do they say? First right of refusal. He had it, and that's on that one possession. Henry Ford's got time. They've got to pick it up though. They cannot just sit here and you got to make your free throws, but you just can't let these guys come down, execute, and score easily.
Inside today, they looking for some room. Good defense by Johnson. Maxey from outside.
Man.
(80-64). Macomb still in command. Williams again with a block. Short jumper missing the mark. Rosenberg going up high for the rebound. Malachi Black getting the alley-oop from Johnson.
Well, now it's getting to that critical juncture of the game for Henry Ford because 80-66, 4 minutes and 41 seconds left to play. Hey, listen. Now or never, you got to start picking it up. I would expect some type of pressure, trying to get turn Macomb over, get some easy layups that way. They got to start getting some manufacture some baskets quick, fast, in a hurry.
We haven't seen a lot of full court pressure from Henry Ford this game at all.
Well, I got to say thank you, Chauncey Willis, for watching the game, man, for joining us on the YouTube channel, man, the live stream. We appreciate it, man. I'm used to seeing you in the arena. But I tell you, man, that tonight it just seems a little different. These guys aren't, I mean, they're not, they usually have that energy, the electricity, and they show it on the floor. And Macomb is, from the middle part of the first half to now, they've been the first one to punch. I think that's fair to say. Now there's the pressure I expected to see.
Yeah. And that's going to be an offensive foul. He can have for the hook.
Called the hook. Yep, he called the hook. Adabasi Sanders called the hook. And that's a good call. Now let's see if Henry Ford can cash it in.
(80-66). The Combs trying to stay in control of this one. Over to Johnson. Now to Willis. Willis trying to post up. And I know you said this earlier. I don't think number 5, Josh Hangs, can handle Willis in the low post.
You know, we have not seen Omar Ziegler today. That's got to find out what's going on. Because, and then I told you, I think he's in a boot. The guard out of Cali, Justin Gladney. I mean, Henry Ford may be a little short-handed, but hey, you play the guys that dressed.
Williams, short jumper, no good.
Henry Ford's got to pick it up.
Jump stop. Nice move by Willis.
That's a nice move, and that's what he does. I mean, he's going to score, and now they need some turnovers.
Macomb in no hurry at this point. 13 on the shot clock. Jumper off the mark. Rosenberg with the rebound.
Got to hurry up.
Willis again. And Williams is called for the foul.
And, you know, there's been some situations where they've missed the shot on the foul call. The and one is what they need, but, hey, hit the free throws.
Cannot afford to miss the free throws. Cannot afford to miss.
With the clock stop, you got to score.
Yes. Willis makes the second.
11 points. You're down 11 points with just now you're down 13. Easy leak out. That should never happen. Now you're coming up on 3 minutes. You're down 13. It's not impossible, but it's starting to look bleak.
Ritt with the rebound. Good find inside. Finding Bonds. Still in striking position.
That was a kind of a lightweight Draymond type thing. A hip check. Rosenberg said, "The heck, we're gonna get our money's worth right here." But now you got to hope that this young man at the line for Macomb misses the free throws because you need stops. You're under 3 minutes. You're down double digits.
Nate Brown making the first free throw.
He had 5 points in 9 minutes in the first half, and you know another guy that's been sneaky in the stat sheet.
Sneaky but active. Brown making the second. 2:51 remaining. 84-71 your score in favor of the Monarchs. And Willis will go to the line once again. And these free throws down the stretch are oh so important, especially when the clock isn't running.
Yeah. You know, just Jeff, I just you can't put your finger on it sometimes, but unless Henry Ford picks it up and comes back, but it just didn't smell right from the beginning.
Willis with the rebound. He's pushing, going hard. The follow, no good. Maxey to the basket.
Now, Demarion Bonds is on the right side. His body language tells me he wanted the ball, and he was looking for the ball on that one. And sometimes you don't get it, but he was open. He was open for feet set and everything for a three. And I'll say potential three because there's no guarantee the kid was going to make it, but his body language lets you know that he wanted the ball on that particular trip.
That's one that you can step into.
He was locked and loaded and ready, but
yeah.
This is the kind of thing that's happened all night for Henry Ford. Now I guarantee you, I'm thinking he's going to shoot it now. Hey, he want to send a message to him. And I mean, the guys are still talking, Just now, as he went to the bench, Demarion Bonds said something to to Jawan Maxey. So you gotta watch the handshake line at the end of the game. But hey, this is what it is. It's competition. It's trash talk. It's Macomb and Henry Ford, and check the schedule because they'll have a second round.
2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in this one, and a 10-point game, 76-86, in favor of Macomb Community College. Still time left to get back in this one. They're not out of it.
Yeah, they're not out of it, but it's looking bleak. It's a 3-possession game, and three possessions have to be all threes to get you down to one. But it's really 3, 4, 5 possession game. And we got some people charging their phones along the baseline. I would want them to sit back in the stands if I was the officials. I mean, come on.
Good defense. Coach Shepard could not believe that call.
So he called the foul on number 2 for Macomb, and that's Kyle Millender. And Scott's going to go to the line. I think Coach Shepard thought it was against Henry Ford.
Yeah, I thought it was against Henry Ford.
Wake up, Jeff.
No, I'm just basing the on the reaction of Coach Shepard.
Yeah.
Important free throws right here.
They've missed 4 inside 4 minutes.
Maxey from outside, no good.
That could have been the dagger right there.
Willis attacking. No call. Good follow-up by Johnson, though. There's that man again. Williams flying through the air with the slam dunk for the Monarchs.
Well, now you're inside 90 seconds, and this is an arduous task now, big fella.
Jumper short of the mark.
I think that's it.
Day sensing victory here.
And if
Monarchs
you're Macomb,
put it out.
I want to know the last time they won here. We don't have a record book in front of us. And that's a 90-piece up there now. 90-piece McNugget.
Parker Day with the last bucket. Only fitting that Williams gets the reward.
Myers Williams. Ty Williams has been everything that you would want if you're Macomb. Scooby Johnson with a bucket, and I just don't think these guys are playing together. I'm just going to say it that way. They're not all believers of each other, and you have to have that. That's the trademark of these Henry Ford teams that we've seen over the past 4 or 5 years. They play together. They understand that everyone has a role, but everyone can score, but we're going to work together.
Parker Day looking to the officials. Some sweat on the floor and just doing some
that
maintenance
is not
work.
sweat. That is Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Water,
Okay.
Gatorade, something that was in the Gatorade bottle.
Okay.
And, I mean, it was kind of careless. Got through it, slammed it to the floor or whatever. I don't know. I just saw the end result, number 10 there. Marlon Williams is kind of like, I'm still thirsty.
35 seconds remaining in this one. Macomb, 92-80 over the Hawks as we go down the stretch here. fifth-ranked Macomb team looking like a fifth-ranked Macomb team, I tell you.
And that's fifth ranked in the nation.
In the nation.
No, they were fourth. They were fourth. Don't cheat them.
Okay, I wasn't cheating them, but all right.
Fifth ranked. That's right. Fifth ranked, and Henry Ford was 14th.
14.
Bottom line is this team is, now if you're Henry Ford, you got to regroup. You got to look and see, hey, is it because we were absent a few fellas? Find out what the situation is with those guys. Figure out if they can, do it when they return to visit to Macomb. But you got to keep winning. Henry Ford's got to find a way to win because that's what they've done. That's what they've done. That's what they've done in this conference. That's the expectation. The expectation is the national tournament. They got to work to get a bid. But I just think being in sync, playing together, trusting one another, playing better defense. 93 points is not going to do it for Coach Shepard. I guarantee you that. He's not happy. Coach Payne's not happy. I mean, those guys are meticulous in their preparation.
Hey, especially when a team comes in to your gymnasium and gets this kind of victory. Williams with the ball over the day. It's like the victory formation for the Monarchs. This Macomb team has come in and put up 93 points on the Hawks. 93-81, your final. And Eric, your final thoughts on
Final
this?
thoughts, Henry Ford, they have to find a way to play better defense when you play a team like this and get back to what the Hawks' pride is all about. For Macomb, it's a big win. It verifies and it validates what they did last spring when they were in the national championship game where they finished second in the country.
Well, the second half of the season is underway. And, hey, more Hawks basketball as we're coming down the stretch now. And it's time to get ready for the tournament. We get sits at the tournament time. Once again, your final score. The Monarchs 93 and the Hawks 81. For Eric Pate, I'm Jeff Lowe, and you've been watching Henry Ford Hawk basketball on the Henry Ford Streaming Network. Folks, have a great night and Happy New Year.
You want to get him?